and I welcome you back to Scraptember, where I am playing along with the Scrappy Sisters and Laura Alberts, who give us a prompt every day. Today's prompt is stars. I have some Christmas photos. My daughter was making a few things. She was at a kind of a church function one. She's at college. They made some snowflakes. I think this was more Thanksgiving, but we're going with it. They're going to go both on the same page. I did cover up people for privacy. I don't have their permission. And I'm using this sketch. It's number 82 by Lisa Sikorsky with Scrap a Sketch. It's on Facebook. I will have it linked below. And it's a great use of scraps. So I went into my stash. I have enough. I went through all my Christmas papers. It's a lot of paper pads. And I have them in an iris bin. I think I have enough that we can all come over to my house anytime to scrap for Christmas, and I have enough paper for everybody. So come on over. These I believe are all from one, and I'm not positive, but I think they're all from one paper pad, and they're the pieces, right? They're the scraps. So I'm gonna use these in those nice little squares. There are some cut apart cards that I might be using as well. And there's an opposite page that has my daughter with friends from Walgreens, and it's very much red colors because of Walgreens. So I think this will work nicely. And let's get scrapping. There is not much to this layout other than picking out the colors for the scraps and then kind of estimating their size and getting them in the right spot. First, I do trim down the photos, and I am not even certain of the size. I just knew that the one should be more, well, the one should be more square, which it isn't. Mine is still kind of portrait shaped, and then the one on the right is more landscape or, yeah, landscape, which mine is, so. And then I do a lot of shuffling of supplies. But it is pretty quickly that I decide I'm going to mat the pictures with the red and green stripes. And I decide, ooh, yep, that looks good there. I think I might have thought about starting with the background pieces, but I quickly go to the stripes and just do the mats to do that first and kind of get that out of the way. The mats are just give like a 1/4 of an inch border around the photos and gives it that Christmas feeling. And then I do make sure that my stripes are going the same way on both photos. I trimmed it a little bit large first, so I'm going to trim it down. There are only 4 more days left of Scraptember. This should be, and it's an interesting 4 more days too. And then be on the watch for Christy's Beautiful Life and her 30 Days of Sketches for the month of October, which is different. I love sketches, so Christy's Beautiful Life is one of my favorite months, but Scraptember is one of my favorite months because they're not giving you the sketches, but they're giving you all the prompts. So I think one month they did them both together, and that was really cool. So what I need to do is create some prompts for me to give me a little bit out of my box and a little bit of a challenge sometimes. I got to use some wood veneer that I don't usually use. What else did I don't know. I just had fun with every day. So oh, I really like that craft because on the opposite page there is some craft with red, and eventually I will bring in that companion page just so you kind of get an idea of those colors as well. So I start off with the red deer on the craft, and then I find this scrap that is like the exact right size for this piece there, so I know that I have to use that. And then that becomes part of the scraps that go around the page as well. I figure out what other colors that I want to be the scraps, and I end up, there's only 3 different color pattern paper, and I've already got 2 of them on the layout. So the deer with the craft, and then that, I don't know if you call that gingham or striped or plaid, but it's that black and off-white. And then the third one I'm going to choose is the, it's a, I wouldn't say script or anything, but it's lots of words on it. Lots of Christmas words. So it's got the red and the green and the black in there. So I thought hard on whether I want to use white background with this off-white paper. And I stuck with it, and mainly because the companion page is on white paper. So, and there's no rules that say you can't use white with off-white or cream or whatever. So, yeah, I like the way this turns out. And again, I am just kind of eyeballing those spare pieces, those little pieces, to try to figure out how to trim them up. If I have any questions, I make it a little bit bigger, and then I trim them down a little bit. There's at least one piece, I think, in here that gets just trimmed down after everything gets laid down. And I think one more piece of plaid, and we'll be ready to glue them down. As I have been mentioning all month long, there is a playlist link below for Scraptember. There are over 300 videos in there right now to get inspiration from, see what everybody is doing with the prompts. I think I'm about 2/3 through. I like to watch them as I'm crafting. So this prompt is stars, and so I do have these. These are out of my stash. These I had cut for something else. I hadn't used them. I also have those stickers, the star stickers up there. I do not use those. I could have. I just went with what I had there already. So, and in the sketch you see there's stars. Now in the sketch, obviously, you know, you can do that however you like. So it does not have to be stars because there's stars in the sketch. It could have been a million different things. Like Christmas, it could be ornaments or birds for something, or it doesn't even have to be an icon. It could be, who knows, flare or something like that. So check out Scrap a Sketch if you haven't already, because those are fabulous, and I'm kind of working my way through them. Check out the playlist, see everybody that's playing along with Scraptember. Get out your scraps and use them. That's fun. That is fun, getting those scraps out and using them. And I have a lot of Christmas. I did buy one paper pad last year of Christmas, but just one, and now I have to use it. It's not this one, but Christmas is coming, so I'm working my way through my Christmas pictures. Last year I scrapped a head for Christmas. I kind of like that idea. I might have to do that again too. As I've mentioned with previous videos, I am a chronological scrapper, but with starting my YouTube channel, I do jump around a lot, and I have been saving Christmas layouts for the 25th of the month so that we can do, we just had Christmas in September, and there'll be Christmas in October, November, as well as December. But I'm not used to still having Christmas photos to scrapbook. It's kind of fun. You will notice I use my ATG gun for gluing down, and I like to get things in order and put them down like you saw me do, and then I just kind of fold them up or just bend them up and then get them glued down, because once I've got them in the right spot, I don't want to mess with trying to figure out where they were again. And I do the same or similar with these pieces. And the other thing I like to do is when I'm gluing two things down like next to each other, I'll put the adhesive on so that I can kind of eyeball them up at the same time and then get them down right away. It kind of keeps me out of trouble, because you could see how easily it would be to get the first one on, and then your second, the one on the right, would be off the page. So I got that lined up. They are down. And now I go for the stars. These, I don't want to call them boring stars. They're very simple stars. And I don't know, They maybe could have used something else, but I'm not really sure what. That's why I had those other sticker stars out, but they didn't get used. So I am happy with the way this turns out. Here is my title. It is Joy to the World. I cut it out of my Cricut. I was looking for different joy to the words. This is about the only one that was kind of like taller rather than wider that fit into this spot. It's hard to read that title. It's in the bell, Joy to the World. It's hard to read it here because it's just so kind of bright, but it is, in real life, it is very easy to read. At one point, I lost the middle of one of the words. Like, it's a teeny tiny D, I think. And as I'm gluing everything down, it was just laying on top of a different part of the bell. So, yay. Otherwise, I have been known to just cut a sliver of paper and glue it down, and I don't think you would know the difference. But, so yeah, and this is tedious. I do use my weeder to kind of get those little pieces down exactly where I want them. And I'm waiting for a new glue because this glue sometimes isn't the best for these little pieces. You see a lot of the glue when it's on the cardstock, but this one turned out well. I do put just a couple strips down so that Eliza can journal later. She probably won't, but I might write something there for her. And I'm just trimming them up there, and I think that's about it. Thank you so much for sticking with me here. I enjoy every one of you. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to those who like and comment. Have a fabulous day, and I'll see you again soon.